Hi, boys and girls. I haven't read very many stories lately because Auntie Kel's been reading to you. Isn't that fun when she reads you a story too? So this one tonight is called Piglet's Nightlight. Our friend from Winnie the Pooh, Piglet. It was twilight in the 100-acre woods, and Winnie the Pooh knocked on his good friend Piglet's door. Pooh was carrying a backpack with an enormous pot of honey sticking out of the top. Ready for our camp out, Piglet? They're going to go camp out. Piglet opened the door and looked around nervously. Are you really quite sure about this, Pooh? He asked. It's getting awfully dark out there and it's so light and cozy in here. Maybe we could camp in my living room. That would be a camp in, Piglet, not a camp out, Pooh said. Pooh reminded Piglet that their friends were waiting for them at the campsite. Everyone will be there, Piglet. It's going to be splendid. Pooh offered to help Piglet get ready. Pooh stuffed acorn muffins into the pockets of Piglet's backpack, while Piglet neatly packed his favorite blanket and his teddy bear. I have a feeling I'm forgetting something, Pooh, Piglet said. Well, let's see, said Pooh. We have honey. Pooh patted the sticky honey pot in his pack, and we have plenty of acorn muffins. Just to be sure, Pooh tucked 2 more particularly plump ones next to Piglet's teddy bear. What else could we possibly need? Pooh and Piglet started for the campsite. As they walked, it got darker and darker, and Piglet got more and more nervous. What's that? Piglet asked suddenly, pointing to a scary-looking shape in the trees. See that? Oh, well, I'm not certain, Piglet, Pooh answered. He was beginning to get a little bit nervous himself. Maybe if we snuggle up next to each other, it will go away, Pooh said. Maybe we should close our eyes, too, said Piglet. They're scared. Hello down there, called a voice from above. Pooh and Piglet both jumped, startled. Who's there? Pooh asked, looking up into the tree. All Pooh could see were 2 round, unblinking eyes. Why, it's me, Owl, the voice answered. I thought you 2 might need a little help finding the others, Owl said. We owls can see quite well at night, you know. Oh, thank you, Owl, Piglet said. Lead on, said Pooh, who was now feeling quite brave. By the time the friends reached the campsite, it was completely dark. Pooh bumped into Rabbit, who was struggling to put up the tent. Well, don't just stand there, Rabbit said. I need all the help I can get. Did I hear someone say help? Tigger cried, bouncing into the clearing. Have no fear, Tigger's here. With illumination, he said proudly. Oh, and you brought a light, too, cried Piglet, peeking out from under the hood of his jacket. Thank goodness. See that? Tigger's got the light. With the lantern lighting the scene, the friends set up the tent. Piglet climbed inside and then poked his head back out. Oh, no, Piglet said. I forgot my light. I can't sleep without a nightlight, Piglet said, wringing his hands. What am I going to do? Don't worry, buddy boy, Tigger said. You can use my lantern as a nightlight. Just then, the lantern went out. On second thought, Tigger said, diving into the tent to dig through the stuff in the rabbit's pack, Long Ears must have something you can use. In Rabbit's pack, Tigger found a kite, a flower pot, and a kitchen pan. He found garden tools and a bike horn. At the very bottom, he found a flashlight. Tigger tried to turn it on, but nothing happened. This thingamabob's not working either, cried Tigger. They don't have any light. What are they going to do? At that moment, there was a crashing in the nearby bushes. It was Eeyore carrying a load of branches on his back. See, Eeyore? Can't have a camp out without a campfire, Eeyore said. Everyone agreed wholeheartedly, and soon a cheerful fire was burning. Fire certainly is pleasant, Piglet said. It makes a very good sort of light. It does a fabulous job cooking marshmallows too, said Tigger, wrestling with a particularly gooey marshmallow. Look at the marshmallow stuck on his fingers. Fire is fine, Rabbit said, but I think sunlight is the best light of all because it makes my vegetables grow. I like the way the sun warms my tummy when I lie in the grass, said Pooh, and the colors when the sun sets are splendid, said Piglet. Oh, they like it when it's sunshiny outside. Look at that supericious looking shadow on the tent, Tigger shouted. That looks a lot like your tail to me, Rabbit said. Guess what this is, Rabbit said, fluttering his hands like a butterfly. Why, it's a puppet show, Owl said. It's remarkable what light can do. The friends played shadow puppets until bedtime. Then everyone went to bed except Piglet, who wouldn't leave the light of the fire, and Pooh, who wouldn't leave his friend. After a short while, the fire faded and went out. Maybe we should just go to sleep now, Piglet, Pooh said, yawning. I can't sleep without a nightlight, Pooh, Piglet said sadly. He's sad. Pooh thought very hard. Think, 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 he said, tapping his head to wake up any ideas that may have been in there. Just then, a firefly landed right between Pooh's eyes. Closing his eyes to see it, Pooh tumbled backward off the log he was sitting on. Lying on his back, looking up at the sky, he had an idea. The stars are your nightlight, Pooh said, pointing to the sparkling stars. And so are the fireflies, he added. Look at all the light. Stars and fireflies are lighting the way for Piglet. Piglet looked around him. You're right, Pooh. Piglet pointed to a long path of moonlight shining on the surface of the lake. Look how bright the moon is tonight, even brighter than my nightlight. Do you think you might be able to sleep now? Said Piglet. Now, Piglet, asked Pooh with a yawn. Piglet didn't answer. He was already fast asleep. He went night-night. Night-night to you. Have good dreams. Love you.